Claim your free AirPods today by clicking the first link in the description down below.
r/AskReddit. What are you surprised that you haven't outgrown? Using my imagination when I'm bored. Did it a lot when I was a kid. Imagining different scenarios inspired by books and movies. Surprised that I still do it. But it's a lot more structured now. Me too. Lots of scenarios, sometimes mundane discussions with people. Also, I find the most enjoyable thing about movies is that they stimulate my imagination. I have discussions with people in my head all the time. Like, I obviously know I'm consciously coming up with both sides of the conversation. It's just like a way I think through things. Not letting my feet dangle off the bed. Not tonight. Monsters. As someone who had a growth spurt in my teens and had a time when my legs were too long for my mattress. The real monster is waking up feeling like your calves got stabbed because of the leg cramps. Dinosaur egg oatmeal. I will forever hunt for those candy eggs. I'm 20. And this spring the girl I was interested in brought some over to my apartment. That's like 20% of how I came to love her. She's a keeper. Shyness. I'm almost 30. And I still have not felt this quirk alleviate in any way, shape, or form. 31. Still shy. I've come to accept it. I just don't talk much when meeting new people, lol. I was shy and introverted until I moved up in my retail job. Now I'm a significantly less broke. Not nearly as shy, but still an introvert. Edit. And now consume significantly more alcohol. Fantasizing about being a superhero. Yes, 43 and still waiting for my mutant powers to develop. I'm just a late bloomer. 23 and still waiting on my Hogwarts letter to come in viral. It's only a decade late. No biggie sniffles. Some childhood stuffed animals. A few of them my dad had bought me and he passed away when I was 13. I'm 25 now. I've never had the heart to get rid of them. Same. I recently got married and went back to my parents' house to clean out a bit. Found my childhood teddy bear. And I sleep with it now. My wife still sleeps with her baby blanket. We love it. We recently celebrated my teddy bear's 20th birthday. Games. I love all games. Computer games. Phone games. Board games. I even enjoyed playing I Spy with my son earlier. Edit. A lot of you telling me I have spelt I Spy wrong. Sorry. I prefer my way though. I'm blessed that games are part of my job. I'm a PhD student. And managed to land teaching game design on and off at university. The only thing is, because games are part of my job, I'm often a bit burnt out at working on them / playtesting and critiquing them / discussing them, that when I get home I don't often really want to play. Luckily, my partner is a massive gamer. And so many lovely nights are spent with me watching her play RPGs. I would swap lives with you without having any further information. Skateboarding. Many old friends have moved on. I still daydream and regular dream about it and I still skate as much as I can. I'm 32. Have a child and a professional career. Skate or die. Acne. I'm 27 and still get it regularly. It was horrible in high school and is a million times better. But still. Come on. I'm the cleanest person you'll ever meet, and I was in high school as well. Always been a clean freak, showering twice a day and washing my face and hands every time I get home and staying away from the myth foods. I didn't have a single sip of pop in high school because I was told you get acne from it. On Christmas break with family and the little kids that don't know any better say you have a lot of hours on your face. Most of what I have today is just acne scarring from my high school days. Edit. I get it. Showering too much is a thing. Thanks guys. Got it. Same here. My dude. We're in this together. 31. Wife. Mother. Have acne. Was worse while pregnant. Ugh. Swings. Building snowmen. Dude, swings are the hit. When I'm in street clothes I look like a high schooler and can totally get away with swinging on a playground without weird looks. My dude. You can be 90 years old and I wouldn't give a duck. Actually, I would, because I'd be jealous that you're so carefree you're enjoying it. Swing on my dude. Waving my hands in front of automatic doors like I have the force. I'm a grown-ass man that pays taxes. I had opened the doors. I Kamehameha doors. But now that I think about it, that's kinda the same, eh? 23 years old, 24 in 6 days. Cartoons from my childhood. I even went out of my way recently to buy the DVDs of things like Dexter's Lab, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Grim Adventures, Thundercats, Johnny Bravo, He-Man, etc. Edit: I know Thundercats and He-Man weren't really about during my childhood, but I grew up watching a lot of 80s cartoons on VHS tapes. Cartoons keep you sane and are a good escape from reality. Procrastination when I need to get something done. Don't worry, you can always grow out of it later. Pokemon 4 Game Boy. I make sure I beat either original blue or red version once every year. God damn it, all this talk of Pokemon makes me want to play through red again. Go to play.org. You can save the game directly to a file on your computer. PB&J sandwiches. Too damn good to give up. You don't grow out of PB&J. That's not a thing. You just learn that you can grill them. Duck. You can grill them? I never thought of this. This changes things. Cartoons. I assumed as I became an adult that cartoons would become childish and banal. However, shows like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe and We Bare Bears have got me hooked. Heck, Phineas and Ferb delighted me through most of my 20s. Phineas and Ferb is my jam. I was grown when it came out and loved it. Now I have a 4-year-old and he loves it. I never stopped watching. But now people don't look at me funny for having Jichigu on my phone. I'm 22 and sometimes I still roll around and act like I'm someone else when my wife isn't around. No shooting stuff or slaying things with a sword. Role playing scenarios of ideas I have. This is me so much. Sweeping the floor often turns into an epic lance battle against 35 imaginary intruders with far less power than I'm 23. An epic standoff. Eating utter garbage day in day out. This is my issue. I'm a grown man. But frankly the thing I love the most is getting junk food and settling down to watch a movie with my GF or my brothers or my mates. I feel like I'm the only one. I know this probably isn't the best place, but just be careful. More than likely it's going to catch up if you're not careful. I just bring it up because a month ago a man very well known and liked in our town died in his mid/late 30s from a heart attack. He was a funny guy and fun to be around. Everyone who knew him loved him. He had a wife and 2 kids. His whole family ate poorly and is obese. He was very obese. It was so sudden and now his family is without their father and husband. Not trying to make judgments or assumptions about your lifestyle or situation/health. Just trying to be encouraging about eating even a little healthier. 22 years old. Still use my nephew as an excuse to play with Hot Wheels and plastic army men. My family thinks I'm just playing with my nephew. But really, I'm probably getting more enjoyment out of it than he is. My 54-year-old dad just got like 20 Hot Wheels and he was crying of joy, lol. It was so nice. Trampolines. They never get old. Fun fact, they were called jumper lines until your mom got on one back in '76. I'm stealing this. Dungeons and Dragons. Started as a kid on the Blue Book, which was pre-1st edition. Middle-aged now and writing up custom spells for 5th edition. Never participated myself, but my brother's friends are at my house every Saturday for 6 hours for it. They range in age from 23, 30. I love listening to them. They always seem to be having the best time. Participate. You'll love it. My only regret is not getting into it sooner, because I thought it was lame or too complicated. It really is in the top 5 best things to ever happen in my life. Comics. Comics are great. Man. Was a comic book shop near a factory I worked at while going to school. Went there once, well 7 years later, and I'm embarrassed by the amount I spend each month on comics. There's far worse things you could be spending your cash on. I'll be 31 in 34 days. Cartoons. Edit, because this has been said several times. No. I do not still count the days until my birthday. I used a calendar to determine the number of days. Almost 30. I could watch old SpongeBob's all day long. 90s music. Still love me some good gangster rap. Grunge and old metal. Tupac, Pantera and Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Snoop Dogg, etc. It's my classic rock. 90s music, alternative, and grunge. Video games. I spend a lot less money staying in and gaming with friends than going out every other night. The company I work for shuts down for the week after Christmas. We still get paid. It's awesome, and a few of us were talking about getting together for a LAN party one night. The logistics sounded like a nightmare. When you have Steam and Discord, we can all get together and BS and have tons of fun. No need to lug around my PC and potentially damaged things. Disney movies from the 90s: Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules. Great to watch while falling asleep or in the middle of the day when you just want to chill. I'm 33. Disney movies aren't something you grow out of. They're classics. Even the new ones. Cartoons. I duck with SpongeBob. At least buy him dinner first. We gorged on pretty patties. Video games. Namely wrestling games. I'm not a fan of wrestling. But I love a good wrestling game. I haven't played one in years. But I enjoyed beating up the ref / climbing into the crowd and beating up random crowd members with a friend about 10-15 years ago in some wrestling game he had. Can't remember the title. Probably WWE something. Pokemon dude. Pokemon. I'm getting a ghastly / haunter / Jenga tattoo to cover up one of my military tattoos. Pokemon had a greater impact on my life, especially as a kid, than the Marine Corps did. Thank you for your Poké service. I'm 33 and fart jokes and video games. Haha. Pull my finger. Finger falls off. See you in court. Asshole. Imagine being a grandfather with a prosthetic finger. Hey son, pull my finger. Finger comes off. Grandson is screaming. Edit. AskReddit formatting. Nothing. I've always known I'd be a man-child my whole life. Here I'm at 37, and I still enjoy all the same things I did at 17. Just not as frequently, because of needing to TCOB and be an adult. Have you ever noticed with some of your friends or family, especially after not seeing them for a few months, that a switch flipped and they were suddenly this boring old person that had no time for the things they loved as a kid? That just happened to me. How do I go back? Certain silly voices make me laugh. I'm in my late 20s. Disney World. Got an annual pass this year for the first time. It's amazing. And I'm 36W/ no kids. This is what I came to say. I'm an adult without kids, and I'm always excited to plan my next trip to Disneyland and or Walt Disney World. My WDW app just expired in September 2017. My horrible money management skills. Oh, I ducking got this. I went to Disney on Christmas Eve with the wife. I came across a Winnie the Pooh ride. And for some reason I cried tears of joy the entire time. I guess the nostalgia hit me pretty hard. For the record, I'm a 6'3" dude weighing 225 pounds. Yes. I got a Pooh plushie. Note to self. Don't post any more photos on Reddit. I thought only hot girls get it on. I was 38 when I went to Disneyland for the first time. I'm in Australia, so it's not exactly close. I stood out the front and cried. I went on the teacup ride and cried. And then I met Cinderella. I fell to my knees and bawled like a baby. She was my princess when I was growing up and still is. The feels sneak up on ya. Mid 2000s pop punk and emo rock. If anything, my enjoyment has grown with time. Nothing raises my dopamine like the used MCR and Affy. I feel ya. 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge. From Under the Cork Tree and A Fever You Can't Sweat Out are 3 of the only albums I know every lyric, cover to cover.